So in my previous video, I have showed you about how these OpenClaw security commands can ensure that there are no zero issues which can make our chat seamlessly between us and the chatbot. Now let us look about what is the most important metric we are using here in order to interact with this chatbot. Fine. Now let us go through the server. So our server is basically using Google Gemini and then it is mounted on this port. Okay. So now let us see what is the important command which has to be run here. So basically we have a config.json file here. Okay. What is config.json file does? It is a file which controls how the agent behaves and what it actually can access. So let us see what we can access here. This is the file of config.json. Fine. So what is meta? Meta means a data inside another data, right? So current date is this, and then we have last touched at today. Okay. And this wizard is basically the running of our current version, and then this is the run command of doctor. And see, this is very important that we need to have a last run mode of local. Okay, why we need to have local only here? Because basically this config.json defines what your OpenClaw can see, access, and execute on your system. If you have actually closed your PC and if it is misconfigured, it can access all your sensitive folders, it can execute even unsafe commands, it can expose the services to the internet as well, right? So if your last run mode is not local, then please ensure this is local. And by default, I have given our main LLM provider as Open Router. Okay, but I am using Google Gemini. Why? Because I know that if Open Router fails due to some issue, maybe if I leak the API key and all, by default Google Gemini can be used here. Okay, and this is Google Gemini Pro, and fallback we can use Open Router. Similarly, the vice versa can also be true. Fine. And then what is this web command here? So web command is basically used for web search queries whenever you want to actually access, you want to enable the LLM to make a web search function as a retrieval function. Okay, you can actually do in two ways. Okay, so for instance, in this, as I can see, I will go to the first chat. Okay, let me go to that chat. So, see, this is the chat I have interacted with. Okay, I have basically just asked, like, what are the best movies? Okay, and then it is basically asking that they need a Perplexity API key, right? See, I have already given a command of providing Perplexity API key. Since it actually wants Brave API key, but you can also ask about Perplexity API key as well. Just provide it here, and then it will use it automatically, and then whenever you ask any response, it will give a response accordingly here. Fine. So this is something which is very important. Okay, your model, your base model should be important, and this is the extreme important term, which is your bot token, and this should not be shared anywhere, including your gateway and bot token, because this ensures that your open cloud can get all your contents which are basically in this channel. Okay, you can interact with the chatbot, sorry, you can interact with the streaming channel. For example, I use Telegram here, right? I enable this as true, but for safety reasons you have to enable this as false whenever you're not using it, because if you enable this as true, it can access some of your sensitive data, which is actually not very feasible here. And what is DM policy? Is basically direct messaging policy, which actually ensures only the pairing means what? This is only a conversation between you and the chatbot itself, not any other system outside. Fine. But let us see that how you can make it even more secure. Okay, just go to Telegram web and then you'll get a bot fodder one. Okay, what you have to do, you have to basically just ask it that you have to start a command. Okay, whenever you start it, you have to basically ask which is your bot you have created here. This is the bot I have created here. Okay, so you have to click on my bots, and then you'll get a new token for your new bot, and then you can copy this. Whenever you want to revoke anything or you want to do something, okay, you will get options for revoking and those things as well. So whenever you click on revoking or something you want, then you can revoke your token, and then you can add a new token in this uh, config.json. Okay, so this is the main brain of the OpenAI agent. So this is the one which ensures